find out potential due to this segment at P1. How do I write that? 1 by 4 by epsilon naught in the place of Q 2r theta dr sigma by from the segment to the point P1 the distance is r. Therefore I suppose you are able to follow this. Now I am interested in finding out total electric potential. The total electric potential. I will denote it as Vp1 at P1 due to the whole charge of the disk. Due to whole charge on the disk. See, whatever charge you have calculated is the charge lying on the disk alone. Rim alone, segment alone. This expression is giving us potential at P1 due to this small rim, or call it segment. Total potential can be obtained at P1 if only you take the charge lying on the entire disk. Therefore, I will write Vp1 is equal to integral. This 2 can go off. Therefore, this expression RR will go off to give me an expression sigma theta upon 2 pi epsilon naught r dr. If you are not able to follow that, let me strike it off in the equation and tell you this R goes off, this 2 goes off. Therefore, I am ending up with sigma theta upon 2 pi epsilon naught into dr. Now, by applying suitable limits, you have to take care of entire charge the disk. Now, from this point to this point, from this point to this point is A, from this to this A, which means it is 0 to 2A, 0 to 2A. Between these two limits, if you can integrate this expression, you will be able to end up with the potential due to this rim at the point P1. Okay? Now, you can see a right angle triangle here. These two rose lines and a dotted line. From the right angled triangle shown in figure. Okay? Let me find out cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent side r by hypotenuse 2a. From this I can write r is equal to 2a cos theta. Is that clear to you? Adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, which means, okay, fine. Now, because I have given r, I have a dr here, I have to differentiate this expression to get dr value. Therefore, dr will be equal to 2a cos theta. If you differentiate minus sin theta d. I have got an expression for di. Because you are changing dr in terms of theta, definitely you need to change the limits as well. How do you change that? When r is equal to 0, please listen sir, when r is equal to 0, cos theta will be 0. Cos theta will be 0. When will cos theta be 0? Cos theta will be 0 when theta is 90. Therefore, that is theta is equal to pi by 2. Is that okay to you? Next. When r is equal to 2a. Now when you substitute r is equal to 2a, 2a will go off. Cos theta will become equal to 1. What does it mean? That is theta is equal to 0. When theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1. When theta is equal to 90, cos 90 is 1. Okay? Now we need to change this expression. How does the expression take a form now? Vp1 is equal to sigma by 2 pi epsilon naught integral, in the place of 2r, minus 2a theta sin theta d theta. Limits, in the place of 0, pi by 2. In the place of 2a, 0. Therefore, the limits. Is that okay to you, sir? Now, I can take this minus sign out. In order to eliminate that minus sign, I will change the limits. Therefore, this becomes sigma by 2 pi epsilon naught integral 0 to pi by 2 to a also I will take it out. Okay, a I will take it out as a constant. Theta sin theta d theta. So Vp1 is taking this form. The problem with this expression is to integrate this. Theta is also a variable. Sin theta is a variable. As such, you cannot do that. You need to use UV method, or I would call it integral by parts. Integral by parts. How do we do that? I will also let you know. Shall I rub this part alone? Okay, I will rub this part. If you have taken down this, I will rub this part, so that I will teach you how to integrate that particular expression. Now, in integration by parts, let us take u as equal to theta. Then du will be equal to d theta. Let us take dv is equal to sin theta d theta. Then integral dv will be equal to integral sin theta d theta. If you integrate dv, v is equal to, if you integrate sin theta minus cos theta. I suppose you follow what I am saying. Integration by parts, you have been taught in your class 11 itself. Okay? Now, let me substitute. Let me rub this off. Formula is uv minus integral v du. Therefore, substitute. U is theta. V is minus cos theta minus integral sign V minus cos theta du d theta. Hope you are following my substitution. Please go through the substitution. In the place of u, I have substituted theta. In the place of v, minus cos theta. Therefore, the minus sign of the formula, integral sign. In the place of v, minus cos theta. In the place of du, d theta. Is that okay to you? Now, we have to apply the limits. This is 0 to pi by 2. We have to apply the limits here as well. I will write it here. 0 pi by 2. Is that okay to you? Now let's make things very simple now. This is equal to upper limit, minus sign is there, upper limit pi by 2. Upper limit, if I apply to cos theta, cos 90 will be 0. Okay, then a minus sign will come. I have to apply lower limit 0. Anything multiplied will be 0. Therefore, the entire part will be 0. If you are not able to understand, I am repeating it once again. Minus sign I have retained. In the place of theta, I have substituted pi by 2. For cos theta, in the place of theta, I have to substitute pi by 2. Pi by 2 is 90. Cos 90 is 0. Therefore, 0. Upper limit is over. Lower limit. In the place of theta, you have to substitute 0. Anything multiplied by 0, 0. Entire thing 0. Is that okay to you? So this minus of minus plus integral of sin theta, cos theta, sin theta between the limits 0 to pi by 2. Is that okay to you? Now, this is 0 plus sin 90 is 1, sin 0 is 0. Therefore, the entire thing amounts to 1. It reduces to 1. Therefore, VP1 is taking a form sigma A by 2 pi this is here you don't have a 2 sir because this 2 goes off, therefore you don't get a 2 here, okay? This 2 goes off, this 2 will vanish, therefore you will get this as pi epsilon naught. This is the potential due to the rim of the disk at T1. Now, if you calculate, this is not in our syllabus, of calculating what is the potential due to the disk along some point along the axis. I am giving the formula to you. Let me run this off. The potential at a point P due to the whole disk. We have not derived this. Again I am mentioning we are not deriving this. Straight away I am giving this the formula to you. B of x comma 0 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught into a squared plus x squared whole power half minus x. Again, let me make because in our syllabus we are not deriving expression for potential at a point due to the whole disk. We are taking this result. Why are we taking this result? If you want to find out what is the potential exactly at the center, potential at the center, in this expression, in the place of x, you have to substitute a 0. At the center, x is equal to 0. Therefore, at the center V0 will give me sigma a squared raised to the power half is a upon 2 epsilon. This will be the potential at the center of the disk. Therefore, if you plot a graph taking potential along the y-axis and distance along the x-axis, what will be the nature of the graph? That is what we need to see now. If I draw a graph taking x positive minus x along this and potential V along this. At the center it is 0. Am I right? Therefore, it will come like this. Mind you, it is not touching the x-axis. Okay. This is how it will look like. This is how it will look like. Now, if you want to calculate what is the electric field, what do we need to do? That is where we have to proceed further. Up till this point, we have calculated what is the electric potential at the point P1 due to the segment or the rim of the disk. This expression gives you potential at a point, not this P1, some potential, some point along the axis due to the entire disk. What we have derived is not due to the entire disk, but due to the rim of the disk at the point P1. Is that clear to you? If this is clear to you, I would like to proceed to find out how to calculate electric field at an axial point P on the x-axis at a distance plus x from the center. For that, let me rub this off. Okay? Let me rub this off. Electric field. We are calculating electric field. The electric field at axial point P. That is the point lies on x-axis. On x-axis at a distance